Welcome back. So it goes for 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's based on a man who lives in a laboratory, solo, all alone, stuck in the laboratory for 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's a bit too much for people to understand, so I'm going to give a lung busted rundown, but no lung buster. The way she folds out, he's been injured, severely injured, stuck in a laboratory as bad as you could believe. Pretty much just a head on a stick. Nothing left. Functional brain. Trying to find out what functions the brain in brain research science and for further someone's life. As Jacques lay there, bonjour, as he lays in the laboratory. Based upon the reality of the basis of reality, within that, the laboratory, he's given a life. Growing up through life like it was every day of the day, without a failure. A planned life sort of thing, but not quite as planned as detail as you'd like, because the fact he was a juvenile to begin with. But the catch is, mate, you don't know if it's over and over. This is the thing, you don't know if it's over and over that he could have been in there before, even working himself back as a secret asset to some kind of hierarchy like the Illuminati itself. Living within the laboratory, such a high-ranked officer of the Illuminati, he goes into deep cover, living his life out within the laboratory, within the life of the laboratory, in that cold fusion, based within the reality upon the basis of introductions to military general after certain occupational hazards, like taking on job file on job file on job file, and say the job files is just basically to find out about the bloke, but he gets to meet the military. Maybe he's a secret agent in the way of it that he was already in that laboratory to begin with. Who would ever know? So for 2 hours and 45 minutes, that's a quick rundown. He gets up to a bit of mischief, does this, does that, gets into the laboratory, this Jacques, and gets to do his job. He gets to go into it and basically see the understandings of how it operates in that life he's living, to say, growing up as a regular civilian instead of, say, a prep boy, in that he was already a prep boy, but severely injured, not knowing the injury. It's quite the conundrum. Like, when I was putting it together, I never thought I'd get to this situation right now to basically backlog it and bash it into a situation to say, was he already in there time and time and time again? Like, if I was going to write a book about this, I'd call it Time Again. Time on time again. Like the understandings of a total eclipse of the heart. It's one of those conundrums that really upsets the balance of the basis. Anyway, that's a quick 3.5 minutes into a bit of a story of a chinwag to what the Jacques TV series is on my Jacques Marceau with an X in my YouTube stuff. It's basically takes too long to get into it to understand it, so that's a rundown to how it is pretty much. And yeah, it's a bit of a chinwag, an eye-opener. It's not quite the awoken curse, mind you, in the snowy Monaro, Snowy Monaro, the awoken curse, based upon the horror stories of Bombala Pie competition, in that the fair they were having back in the 70s, to where none other, criminally insane Jack the Baker, not quite Jacques, Jack. He just goes out and chops the wife and the apprentice up in a macabre horror upon basis of reality. A pretty cool story, half an hour of your time if you got onto that awoken curse, AWOKENKURSE. That's curse with a K, sort of like rap superstar Cursor of Australia. Anyway, long story short, that's nearly 5 minutes of your time. Precious ears aside. Everyone have a good time. I'm Jacques Marceau. Adios.